Okay, in this one we're asked to solve it by factoring. So what we need to do is create our two binomials, factor it first, and then we can solve it. And the way that we do this is the first step is we need to identify our a, b, and c. A is 6, b is 17, and c is 7. Okay, so then the next step is we need to multiply our a times c. A times c would give me 42, positive 42. Okay, and when we're doing this one, we need to think of two numbers that multiply together to give us a positive 42, and when we add them together will give us positive 17. So I've got to kind of work through those. See, 42, 3 I know goes in there. So if we have a positive 3 and a 14, that would give me what I need. Okay, so now I have positive 3 and I have 14. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to rewrite this equation, but I'm going to write it with my 3 and my 14. And so let's rewrite it. I've got 6r squared plus 3r plus 14r plus 7 equals 0. Okay, so I rewrote this, and what I basically did is I took the 17 and I expanded it into 3r and 14r, and that's where I got these two here. Now, I put the 3 first because I know 3 and 6 share a common factor, and I know that 14 and 7 share a common factor, so I put those two next to each other. Now, essentially what we're going to do is we're going to focus on this first section right here. I look at those two and I say, okay, do they share a common factor, and if so, what is it? And they do, and they share the common factor of 3r. So now I write that, 3r, I factor out a 3r out of that. So essentially I'm dividing both of those by 3r. That would leave me with a 2r plus 1. Okay, now I look at this second one over here, the one I just underlined in white, and I say, okay, do these two share a common factor? And indeed they do. They share a 7 that is common. It's a positive 7, so I write plus 7. And on the inside, let's see, that'll leave me with 2r plus 1. Okay, now, from this one, the big key here is that this right here inside the parenthesis has to be the same. They should line up perfectly. If they didn't, you may have forgotten a negative or something that you need to pull out, but these two need to be exactly the same. Now what we're going to do is rewrite this as two binomials. And let me show you where I'm getting these. I'm going to take this 3r and this 7. Okay, and I'm going to rewrite one. 3r plus 7. Okay. Now I'm going to take my r plus 1. I'll do that one in blue. 2r plus 1, excuse me. That's where I'm getting those. It's the same one, I just write it once. Equals 0. Now I've successfully factored this one. Now that I've factored it, I have to solve that. And what that means is I need to write both equations equal to 0. So I've got a 3r plus 7 equals 0. I'm going to do the other one over here where I got a little bit more room. 2r plus 1. Whoops. Let's erase that. Equals 0. Okay. So now I just got to solve both of those. I subtract 7 from both sides. That leaves me with 3r equals negative 7. Then I'm going to divide by 3. R equals negative 7/3. On this one I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. 2r equals negative 1. Divide by 2. R would equal 1/2. So I've got 2 here. R equals negative 7/3 and 1/2. Okay, and where I'm getting those, and let's circle that, that is indeed our answer. And where I'm getting that is right here. R equals negative 1/2. Ooh, it should be a negative there. Negative 1/2, sorry. Negative 1/2 here and negative 7/3 right here.